Welcome to my house. This is my new house. This is where I'm going to be living from now on. Alright, so this is my bedroom. It has a nice window view. I get to creep on all the people across. My landlord only gave me a little bit of a bedroom, so I put a carpet here, and now that's a part of my bedroom. Also put lights up here, because Christmas is coming soon. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so this is the dining room, sort of. And my landlord decided to take the roof off of it because she thought it'd be more aesthetically pleasing, so that's on her. And then I have this little warmer over here. It doesn't work ever. But this thing works, and it can make tea and coffee. That's awesome. And then there's a refrigerator. I realize it's the box. It still keeps things cold. No, it doesn't. And then this is a yoga mat because apparently I couldn't get any more carpet. Yeah, me. All right. And that stool can actually hold me, which is pretty good. You know how hard that is to find a small stool that can fit me? Anyways. All right, and then this is the bathroom. You come in here at your own risk because this has fallen down several times and hit me in the head. It also stabbed me. I think I need to press charges. Anyway, so my landlord decided to keep the roof on this one for some reason. But there's no door, no privacy. So there's the toilet. It's not working, so I have to use the one down the street. And then, yeah, it's accessories and a trash bag. I sometimes sit in there. And there's no sink right now or shower. Anyways,
hand sanitizer.
What?
At least got hand sanitizer.
Yeah, it smells like crap though. So luckily just got this toilet paper in because I almost didn't bring it, and then I thought to myself, well then just wipe with your hand, I guess. And then also I'm required by the law to mention that there's a cord here. Do not trip over this. I don't feel like getting sued. I need to get a roof over this part of my apartment house. Thank you. And to be a Crips.
All right. Well, I mean, I think the first thing is it's like it seemed to me like a pseudo performance, not performance. I love that you use a presentation voice, and you were kind of like a real estate agent for a house that you never want to live in. But the intimacy with which you kind of understand the way the rooms are constructed is interesting. I mean, does anyone feel? For everybody, would anybody want to get in one of these spaces right now?
Yes. You enter this at your own risk. I'm just telling you that now. Okay, now and go.
Oh my god.
It's like generally pretty well secured.
Cozy, yes.
You can turn the lights on. There's a little thing here. Just click it, yeah.
Oh, she looks so happy.
Hell yeah, it's Christmas.
Hell yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah, that one was so. That part was so inviting.
I'm sorry, there's just no door. Just don't look.
Exactly.
Would
Like,
anyone else like to try it?
There's
Actually, trash in this trash bag.
how do you guys feel in the room?
It's nice.
If I was homeless, I wouldn't mind living.
It's actually not a room yet. I thought it would be
Sit down and eat.
You're like, it's me size. That's all that matters.
You got like some nice natural lighting. It's pretty great.
So you started out with a house that your family has now left for whatever reason, and this is kind of the recreation. Am I right in believing this is a recreation of those spaces, or?
This ended up not exactly being a recreation. This actually is mostly like a big metaphor for my old house. Like, these are like the problems you find here are about almost the problems that I had like back where I used to live in New Jersey. Like, it's the small stuff, not like literal, like I got to see the neighbors across the street.
No roof.
You had no door in your bathroom?
No, it's the commentary on that one is that it was my parents' bathroom and they always wanted it open when I was in there. So like I don't know how that worked exactly, but that was
collapse on you as well, or
no. One of the bathrooms was really rickety though. So also it relates back to experiences where we had tenants and they would not knock. So yeah.
Oh.
How does that make you feel then? Like, I don't know. Like, does that make you feel sad that you like replicated your old home that seems to have like flaws that you were like,
it doesn't really make me sad because the only thing I liked about the town I grew up in was the house itself and some of the memories I made in it. I hated everything else, pretty much. I had a friend who lived next door and some maybe friends here and there, but like the rest of the town sucked. So
What town was it?
it was in Barnegat, New Jersey. Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying.
I just feel like from your original idea, like you were really passionate about your old house, and you were really passionate about that movie, and like it kind of took like this, like it doesn't. I don't feel the same passion when I look at your project. Like it feels like a little unfinished to me, and like I wish like that same passion you had when you were talking about your big web and stuff like that. I wish I felt it the same way here because you were like really. Like I just really like the way you talk about your house, and how you're talking about it now. I don't see that in the baby house.
Oh, the small, like, whether I was gonna, like, if I had the time and the money, because I did not have the money, to make everything that I originally wanted to, that does make me a little sad. However, I would have had the same sense of humor about it, really, because I knew this was, like, never gonna be, like, the way exactly I wanted it to be. Because, like, there's so many things I wish I could have done to this that there's, like, that no way I had time to do. And, like, I thought, somebody mentioned it, I think it was you, mentioned that I actually thought we had another week to work. So that's another reason why this has, like, some shortcomings, but, like, this is, like, I think this is the best I can really do for now.
What different things would you have done if you had the time and money?
All right, so, no, I would have made 2 triangles. I would have had more details on this, like the hanging charms and stuff like that. That probably would have, like, the ottoman kind of thing I have in there would probably be like the main focus around it, and then have the wallpaper and stuff like that. So many things. Also, we'd be way more stable to sit in that.
What, like, because I didn't know anything about your project from where I was, like, I wasn't, like, here to hear that part, that day. I was, like, what message are you trying to get across about your old house?
What I'm trying
Because
to do.
the way you did your, like, presentation, I couldn't tell if it was, like, sorry, because I know you and your sense of humor, I couldn't tell if it was sarcastic or serious, or if it was like, no, it really, like, it's this screwed up, I just have a really good attitude about it. Like, I'm not sure what you're trying to communicate emotionally.
Kind of both. That I know what you're saying, because when I was like thinking about how I was about to present this, I knew it was kind of going to come off a little bit confusing about this because of what you guys have like or have not seen me do so far. But really, it was what it ended up coming down like to the sense of humor and stuff like that. That's kind of like to say like it kind of sucks that I didn't get to make that dream house setup that I wanted to do, but I'm making the best out of it, and I'm like trying to make a really big humorous thing out of it.
But what message were you trying to like get across about your old house by like even if you did have all of the money, like what are you trying to get us to understand like about your old house?
She loved it, but it wasn't the best it could have been.
Okay.
Yeah, I was also saying that like I said, I pretty much hated everything else about this town, and a lot of the times I have really mixed feelings about the house because I either hate it to death, I hate thinking about it, or I love thinking about it. Like I'm super nostalgic. That's why it has like these small like kind of details. I had this since I was like really young, and like
It's like personalized. I wasn't here to hear like your idea for your project, so I was confused.
yeah, it kind of has like the both mixture. Okay. Yeah.
I think like if you wanna for like extra adding, then we have to like check in our final thing. I think like if you wanna do like another one of the triangles, you can get like a bunch of pieces like cardboard or something. Like you can ask around and try that because I think that might hold up better too instead of like falling down.
I considered cardboard. I did some mini experiments where I made like miniature houses. It didn't work out the way I was planning it.
Or you could paint on it. You could paint on that and
This,
maybe
yeah.
paint the little fixture things or like wallpaper the same colors that you had in your old house on the board itself, just so it doesn't look like you just taped 2 boards together.
Yeah, I just want like real quick. I wanted to mention the reason they're not. I was going to paint these. I swear. The reason they're not painted is for some reason it won't take paint correctly. I put down like trying to experiment with like different kinds of paint. It didn't go on correctly, so I had to remove it, and it didn't look right. So either I'm gonna have to figure out how to like maybe sand it or like put something over it to paint it.
Watered down gesso.
What?
Watered down gesso.
Maybe.
Because
Okay.
we got that big tub.
So just quickly, I want to say is the string of me being pulled through this entire work is issues of memory. And one of the quirky things about memory is it emphasizes certain things and de-emphasizes other things. So I think it's interesting that some things are thoughtfully laid out, like the specific blanket cartoon character and the rug and the way kind of your kitchen layout is. But then at the same time, other things are just makeshift and fall by the wayside. I think the juxtaposition between those two things is really playful. But I agree with some of the previous comments that your introduction was the space to clarify why that was, and that felt a little unresolved.
Yeah.
And well, just in the sense that I love the shtick of being like a real estate agent trying to sell me this place that's obviously falling down. But there's something there that just didn't, for me, that didn't convey the full thing. And I only tell you this because I think it's a smart project. I think you can go further with it. I like it.
I don't think it would take much to get it to that level. I think what I get really excited about, and a couple things I wrote down, is that I think knowing that you're going to go into fine art, I think that you need to watch some female comedians. And I don't know why I say female. Like I'm sure you could watch male comedians too, but I think that watching some female comedians, especially ones that do characters, or also even doing a little bit of reading, or even consider taking an improv class. I think you should do more of that because I feel like you were becoming a character, and I haven't seen you do that. I've seen you kind of flirt with that idea, but I only see that now in retrospect, and I think it's a really exciting area for you to go into. I think what Madison and what Alex are trying to say about the piece is kind of an inspiration or motivator for you to go back into this over the course of the next week. It feels like there's just something else that needs to happen. And it could even be that we need to see you live in this space for a little bit, not live.
Well, I mean, I was living in here like this morning. I made tea.
You did?
Oh,
Yeah. We needed to see that. I think we needed to see that.
I was thinking about it, but then I'm like, I'm gonna be a dick if I do that.
No, I think you have really great ideas, and you wouldn't have been a dick. We would have seen it. We would have been like, Alex and I would have picked up on that, was what you were doing. But I think this is what I'm saying, Cece. You're thinking about all the right things. It's really great work for your major. And I think that just seeing you take some video or document some of those other ideas that you have is like the last little finishing touches. But it's all a compliment to what we see you aspiring to do.
We do have to move on. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we only have 10 minutes.